Before I get started, let me make a correction. Her name is Sarah Palin. The Alaskan governor was tapped by Senator John McCain to be his running mate. I want to say congratulations to her and may the best man or woman win. Okay, back to the subject here. Obama had done his acceptance speech at Invesco Field out there in Denver. And of course, the Democratic National Convention is now over, and we're gearing up for the Republican Convention at the Excel Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. The Twin Cities will welcome the Republicans, and of course, your news media and the internet will be all over it. So now that John McCain has finally made a pick, will it have an impact on this election? I mean, this is the second woman to be picked as a vice presidential candidate. Here we had the first African American candidate to lead a national party, and a national party to pick another woman to represent its base, or basically represent the party itself as a vice presidential nominee. I want to be clear once again to all those critics out there who've been saying that we're a nation of whiners, as Phil Grant will put it. As I put on the right of this page, all the people who have made criticisms about me, about you, the supporters of Barack Obama, or supporters of Hillary Clinton, I want y'all to realize this goes back to how Phil Graham thinks about American being a nation of whiners or stuck in a mental recession. This is the crowd that draws people like me to support Barack Obama. It's this negative stuff that's coming from prejudiced Americans. They claim to be true patriots and true valued conservatives, but yet their conservative values borderline between not being followers of the principles of God to the followings of just plain out racism, bigotry, and hatred of one another just because of political views. I describe myself as a libertarian on most issues, but I am liberal on social issues like dealing with public. I can deal with people of all races. I can deal with gays, lesbians, transgender, and bisexual. I can deal with the disabled. I have nothing against white, black, Latino, Asian American, Native American, and or other. I am not bigoted towards anyone, and I am proud of my country. I'm not afraid of anything other than the face of death. If I got to go, I will go. But in America, where a country is in a dire need of direction change, millions of Americans are really upset with the government. Most Americans are losing their jobs. They're losing their homes, and they're losing their sense of pride in their country. Most jobs are shipping overseas. Many homes are being foreclosed, boarded up. Crime is on the rise. Gas prices are rising. The cost of food is rising. America is very dissatisfied with the president and vice president. John McCain and Barack Obama are two senators from a Congress that is still landlocked between partisan bickering. Between the 51-49 split, you have two independents who sway either for the Democrats or the Republicans. This is a country that has more conservative-leaning Democrats and more liberal-leaning Republicans bickering with the traditional mainstream Democrats and the mainstream Republicans. And when I say that there's always another option like libertarians or the Green Party or the Constitutional Party or even the independent parties, people always want to say, congratulations, you finally reached the point of knowing what you stand for. I told you again, I support Barack Obama because I went and took the time to look at his policies on his webpage. If all else fails, I would rather go for the libertarian Bob Barr. I cannot support John McCain because of his social and general issues towards African Americans, women, and those in the Latino community. Millions of Americans are tired of the Bush administration. President Bush's approval ratings are quite low. And whenever I try to explain to those who are watching on YouTube, the critics, they post those comments as you see on the right. So for the 38 million people who watched Barack Obama speak, that's a sign that the Republicans are in trouble. I mean, right now, John McCain had picked a woman to be his running mate. They may overshadow Senator Barack Obama's monumental coverage. But a tad thought comes to mind when you hear 38 million to a local news channel and probably CNN, Fox, and of course MSNBC covering the story. You think to yourself that John McCain has a little less advantage when it comes to understanding how much people are so tired of how the government's being run. John McCain has supported President Bush most of the time. His choice supports the president's policies of drilling and war, as well as killing off animals, and has no sense in understanding what's going on. As Republicans hit Obama over experience, the Democrats will hit her over experience. Although I respect Sarah Palin, she's pretty, she's unique, and she has a sense of understanding what's going on in her state. But as with Obama, Ms. Palin is also going to be fair game. We're going to eventually find out we're going to find out all the things about what's going on with Senator Biden, Governor Palin, and we're also going to talk about Senator Obama and Senator McCain. As the GOP convention comes up, I will continue to post videos and give you my insight of what's going on. My critics, once again, I told y'all in the beginning that this is a free country. You can say whatever you want about me, but you give me the notion that you are a bunch of prejudiced Americans who take the Phil Gramm advice and use it wisely. Nonetheless, all my supporters and all the subscribers and friends that have watched my videos from time to time, I appreciate your support. I watched the Obama video. I hope y'all watched it too, and as well as the critics for taking everything piece by piece to dissect what he said. It's basically simple. Obama will try to make our lives better, and if you don't like what he says, vote for John McCain and get more of the same. Thank you for visiting me on YouTube. Once again, Senator Obama, Biden, Senator McCain, Palin. Simple.